Sean Batchelor, tonight at 10 on 99.9 and AM 1370 WFEA.
How he would, in your interpretation, look at the inflation fight that Jay Powell is doing today.
Well, I can tell you, when he was writing his memoir back in 2017, 2018, nobody was paying attention to inflation. In fact, if they were at all, it was in an effort to get more inflation, right? So he was quite concerned that people were underestimating the risks. And so part of the mission of the book was to remind people of how important the central bank's role is in keeping inflation down and maintaining that credibility that he fought so hard to maintain. I mean, he had been involved in getting the dollar off the gold standard. And after that, the dollar was not connected to any actual value. And so when inflation took root, he had to drive interest rates up to unprecedented levels, cause all kinds of pain for people, for financial institutions, and the result was there was more credibility in the dollar. Some people talked about it went on the Volcker standard from the gold standard. But, that's something you can't squander because he fought so hard. So it's kind of like having gone to war to fight, to win a battle and then discover that your future, commanders are allowing you to give up the territory again. So he would have been very upset that inflation was allowed to get to where it was.
We're talking with Christine Harper, and as we mentioned, this is in the upcoming new double issue of Bloomberg Business Week out later this week. Also with us is the editor of Bloomberg Business Week, Joel Weber.
Christine, thank you for those remarks. Also, just wanted to ask, and you might have to extrapolate here a little bit, but you got to know Mr. Volcker very well. I'm curious what you think, if anything, Powell might have learned from him, and if not him directly, then the book.
Oh, yeah. Well, as you and I have discussed, one of the things that's so interesting is how often Fed Chairman Powell invokes not only, Volcker himself, who he says he's a great admirer of, but the book. He talks about everybody should read it, and he has used this phrase, keep at it, which people see as a echo of the title, Keeping at It.
Let's say that title one more time.